Hello everybody, welcome to Let's Look at Toy Soldiers. This just came out on Steam, but it's been available, if I remember correctly, for like 2 years on Xbox Live Arcade. Like this originally came out in like spring 2010 for Xbox Live Arcade, I believe. I'm not sure if it's out on PSN. Again, I feel like I say that every video, but I don't own a PS3, so that's the best I can do for you right now. Yeah, this is a World War I themed tower defense game where you kind of play as like the Allied powers, like the Triple Entente, but you're not really soldiers, you're just toys, if that makes any sense. It's kind of like the E for everyone version of World War I, and I don't mean that disparagingly, because it's actually quite a cool aesthetic. You're playing as, like, mechanical, I don't want to say Tinker Toys, but, like, metallic figurines, basically, and, the aesthetic definitely sticks to that as we move alongwards. Well, anyway, hopefully what I said for you makes sense. Anyway, we're gonna play Toy Soldiers. We'll play the campaign, and we will select our level. I've only played, I guess I'd say maybe like half an hour to 45 minutes of this so far, but I definitely feel like I have, a good idea of just what the heck this game is all about. So we have like 3 or 4 levels to choose from right here. Only 3, I guess. And in our campaign here, there are, wow, 12. Okay, so I'd say I'm about a quarter of the way through. But definitely, like, the first few levels were very tutorialized, and the later levels, in fact, on this one right here, oh man, I'm gonna butcher this pronunciation, but I can't not try Non-Botchenwood. was, of course, just joking at my attempt there. But anyway, I actually failed this mission myself before I started recording, so I'm hoping to succeed here. Without further ado, let's stop pussyfooting around, and maybe I can actually get started. There's like a hard and an elite mode as well. You unlock elite when you finish it on normal. But anyway, we're gonna start. We're just gonna launch this, and it definitely sticks with this like World War I style aesthetic. We see these like toy boxes here that are definitely in that like, early 1910s or 20th century style. I'm just gonna skip through this cutscene right here. Now, here are the spots where we can place our units. That unit destroyed is scripted. I didn't make a huge mistake. So if I go here and I pull out my menu, I can put like a Vickers machine gun here, which is actually not what I want to do. God, I'm going to upgrade it already. That was not what I wanted to do at all. Instead, let's go over here and click on this one, and you can see the turrets that we can put up. We can put up a chemical turret to poison everybody. Vickers machine gun, which I already did and upgraded over there, which was a bad mistake. Or we can put a howitzer here, which is actually what I'm going to do, because that is going to allow us to basically bombard these units from afar. Now, I apologize because I am going to struggle with the camera a little bit here, but basically, I don't have enough money to put down other turrets, so that sucks. But if I scroll all the way over here, you can see this is our toy box. This is like the tower that we want to defend, or the ancient that we want to defend, if you will. And these are the spots where we can place other turrets, and we'll do so when we get more money, which we do by killing soldiers. Now, the cool thing about Toy Soldiers is that you can control your own towers independently. So I can take control of this Vickers machine gun, which is now like an artillery, or not artillery, but like a, I don't even know what you would say, actually, but I apologize for my lack of, knowledge of war armaments. So you can take control of these units and actually, take out enemies yourself. I'm not sure if you get any bonuses for this, like if it actually helps you out. We can take control of the howitzer as well. This howitzer cannot hit anything, which sucks. But if I back out here, I'm going to take control of the machine gun again, just to fight back this wave. With a typical tower defense game, the first few waves are fairly easy. That should be the case here as well, although I have pretty much botched this extensively. So we get $25 per soldier exploded here. Now, the cool thing about this is that most tower defense games don't give you this option, but it does make me think, like, am I a better shot than the computer? Like, maybe just letting the computer handle this would be for the best for all of us. For now, I'm just going to make sure none of these guys get through. Oh, come on. You got to lead your target a little bit, Vickers. There's another few guys coming through here, but after this is done, I should be able to set up a more reliable defense. Oh god, I might actually not be able to stop this. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pop down a chemical turret right here. Please build it quickly. We'll go back to using this unit. Now that chemical unit should like poison everybody trying to get through. Because Lord knows like my howitzer is not going to be able to take these guys out from so close. So get some shots in here. I may actually survive this first wave. It's kind of surprising for me because I didn't expect it. I hate to use mustard gas. It's against the Geneva Convention, but oh well. Yeah, I should probably focus on these guys who are getting close to my toy box. Just shoot these guys from afar. Maybe stop them from getting in. If you look at the top left, it's one of those tower defense games where we don't want like X number of enemies to get into where we are. Okay, so I'm gonna back up here, put down another howitzer, which should help us, and maybe, you know, even one more howitzer. And you can upgrade your turrets and sell them as well, but I'm not going to do that. Again, I'm struggling with the camera a little bit. I apologize, but I do think the camera is one of the worst parts about this game. An otherwise, like, absolutely serviceable tower defense game. Botched to a certain extent by what I feel is not a good camera. Now, another thing that's kind of neat is we can take control of... is that what I want? We can get inside of these sniper towers and actually play the role of a sniper. So otherwise, I don't believe that these guys shoot, or they don't shoot very much, but we don't have to build these. And we can just take control and, you know, play some Sniper Elite V2 here, and basically pick off some guys, try to get some extra gold for our coffers. Now, you might be noticing all these notifications at the bottom. This is worth noting out, and I guess kind of disappointing for a lot of people, based on popular opinion, but even on Steam, this game comes hard-coded with games for Windows Live. I think this is, like, standard for any game that Microsoft Studios funded and then released originally on Xbox Live Arcade or otherwise. We just got that wave already. That was quick. Yeah, maybe I'll upgrade this howitzer so that I can do a little bit more damage. Then I'll get back in the sniper tower. Yeah, so it's disappointing. I know a lot of people really don't like games for Windows Live. So if that is a deal breaker for you, well, consider that deal broken then, because there's really not a whole lot you can do about it. I think it's kind of shitty. I would rather just had Steam protection, because I really like the Steam community is already integrated. I don't like playing on the PC and getting these things like people have invited you to a party, or people are sending you messages like, why won't you join my party? I'm on the PC. I'll handle that stuff. Keep my Xbox and my PC separate. I don't need that integrated. So we'll just pick off these guys. You can see I'm getting sweet combos for, you know, ending the lives of these young men here. Particularly if I can kill more than one in one shot. Works out really well for us. And if you don't miss, like, the higher your accuracy is... Oh god, I actually did get one there. The higher your accuracy is, the more combos you can rack up. Which gets you, obviously, more and more money. So, obviously, I am going to try to build some more turrets. But pretty much, like, what you're seeing right now is what you get, like, you know, I'm not going to say if you've seen one tower defense game, you've seen them all, because that's a little bit unfair. Like, there's lots of games doing somewhat unique stuff in this tower defense genre, like, you know, for example, what is that game called? Trenched. Do I want a mortar? Well, I placed it, so I guess I will put a mortar here. Yeah, like, Trenched is kind of an example of a game that does something kind of unique with the tower defense genre. And this, I guess, does something unique as well. I gotta take control of a Vickers machine gun. I don't want to be on this howitzer anymore, because it is, like, useless here. There we go, anti-infantry gun. That's what I need. I'm not saying this game is, like, derivative, but what I am saying is, like, basically, if you've seen this tower defense game before, I mean, you're looking at it right now. That might not have been the best way to turn that phrase, but you get the gist of it. We're just going to poison all of these horses. Each horse that gets poisoned, you get $50, plus that delicious combo bonus. Never realized how well the chemicals actually work. This is the first level where I've had chemical turrets unlocked. I mean, pretty disgusting. War is hell, man, but tower defense never changes. I think one dude got into my toy box with his cavalry. That's a pain in the ass, but oh well. I'm going to plop down another machine gun here, and why not upgrade it? This will come in handy once we get a little bit later on, because we are going to have to deal with some seriously annoying enemies. Again, the camera's just super messing me up here. Let's go into... Again, I don't really need to control the chemical turret. That is, like, really easy. Get back in the sniper tower. I like hanging out in the sniper tower because it feels like I'm not going to mess up too much. Or I guess we can just go with the anti-infantry gun if I can still shoot this tank. You can see some of my turrets are actually taking a significant amount of damage. So let's look here. Oh, I thought this one had, like, super low health or something. Maybe it was just upgrading. Never mind. What we can do, though, is, like, click on a turret. Let's say we got this chemical turret and we don't like it. We can repair it or we can sell it. So let's sell this one. Obviously for like half the price that it originally cost us to put it down, and we'll put a machine gun down instead. And this will also give us enough money to upgrade that machine gun. What I am going to do as well is probably get rid of this anti-infantry gun and replace this with a howitzer. But I can't really do that right now because I don't have the money. But we are going to need howitzers for ensuing waves, which are going to have like vastly increased armored units, which is going to be a total pain in the ass. And it's actually how I failed. Like, I was doing totally fine. I was doing better than I'm doing right now. And then this final, like, boss unit came and basically just destroyed me. Hey, Akatsuki artists. It's not your fault for signing in. The game's fault for having games for Windows Live built in. Oh well, shit happens. It doesn't ruin the game. but it is kind of annoying. And I really do, like, I'm not necessarily gushing about this game. I think this game, basically the best thing you can say about it is that it is kind of a unique spin on the tower defense genre. The most charming thing about it is this kind of like toy-like World War I aesthetic. And there's actually a sequel to this on Xbox Live Arcade that deals with the Cold War. Wow, that was a really good mortar shell right there. That uses like G.I. Joe action figures and stuff. Not obviously branded G.I. Joe action figures, but like 80s style, like He-Man, you know, military heroes style action figures, which I think would be really cool. Unfortunately, that's not available on PC yet for whatever reason. Probably some kind of exclusivity agreement. But anyway, like this definitely accomplishes its aesthetic well, and it's unique tower defense in that you know, have control of your own towers, which is something that often doesn't happen. Like there's almost never manual aiming in a tower defense game, at least in my professional experience. What we're gonna do? We're gonna sell this quickly. Let's click on it. Sell unit for 600. We'll plop down a howitzer because we are going to need them, and then we will upgrade the howitzer as well. And I'll take control of this machine gun instead. So on the front lines here, we can cut people down. So yeah, I do think it is. It's kind of unique, and it's kind of a nice spin on the tower defense genre. But at the same time, this is still a tower defense game, and you know, is this aesthetic and this ability to actually shoot your own guns worth $10 if you're not a fan of the tower defense genre? No. And is it enough to make this like the best tower defense game of all time if you are a fan of the tower defense genre? Maybe. But for people who are kind of getting a little bit sick of tower defense games, and honestly I would probably start to classify myself in that category, I don't necessarily know if there's enough to offer here for you know, $10 to really be an accurate price for this. I mean, aesthetically, graphically, in terms of the audio and the graphics and the, you know, the production values of this, definitely worth $10. But in terms of actual like value from the gameplay, I don't know if I can say that. Which is not really anything against the game; it's more against the genre. I mean, recall that this did come out 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I would have been all over this back when, you know, tower defense was still all the rage. Well, I have a lot of money right here. Let's back up. And see if there's any more places where I can plop down a strong howitzer to help me take out what we're going to be dealing with soon. Alright, so my chemical turret is almost dead. What we should do is, well, I guess we'll just let it explode, because it probably is going to explode. Camera controls really freaking me out here. We'll get back in control of our machine gun. Do some shooting. Seems fairly easy. Once that final wave launches, as you'll see, we'll have like a boss fight, and hopefully things will go better than they went last time. I've got to take out this enormous SAR tank. The one thing I will say about this game is that it has me really intrigued to check out some more gameplay of Toy Soldiers Cold War Edition with those 80s action figures. I think that would be more bombastic. Not to be, not to discourage this game, but again, also, I'm kind of, leaves a bad taste in your mouth when you're getting like 2-year-old Xbox Live Arcade ports on Steam, right? It's not as bad as a 2-year-old iOS port most of the time, but seriously. Alright, so that tank is going to come out soon. We're going to get rid of this chemical turret, and we'll replace this with a... we'll put another howitzer in there. Oh, we can't, it's too small. Okay. We'll put a mortar in here. And we might as well upgrade our mortar, because this SAR tank is coming from over there, and hopefully that'll be able to do some damage. We got a level 1 howitzer here, we should definitely upgrade that. Level 1 howitzer here, we should upgrade that. Definitely should have done that faster, because I don't have the money now, and these are not going to be able to hit it while they upgrade, and the upgrades can take, not too long. Alright, fine. Now let's see if we're going to be okay here. I am going to take control of this machine gun, because I can't aim the mortar shells very easily. And I'm hoping that I made necessary preparations. The reason I'm going to take control of the machine gun, not only can I not aim the mortar, but also I have to take out these infantry myself, so that the howitzers and the mortars can focus. Whoa! Can focus on the actual SAR tank. Oh God, we lost. No, just a barricade. I thought we lost one of our mortar shells, which would have been pretty bad. And we only have like a few more units that can get into our toy box. So we got to be a little bit careful here. My aiming is horrible, man. Maybe I should just get in the sniper tower and take these guys out. Alright, so let's back up. SAR tank's about maybe 30% dead. I'm going to get in the sniper tower and use this to take out the infantry. Like, again, I can't say enough good things about the aesthetics. I like how we have like kind of some wear on the sniper scope here. I think in terms of like technical assets, I don't know, this probably doesn't do like any damage to it though. But in terms of technical assets, the game definitely gets like a B+ for me. And I mean that not in a disparaging way. But just like, I don't know, man, I don't really get excited by tower defense games anymore. So as cool as this game is, I don't think its unique aesthetic is enough for someone like me who's not that into tower defense to be like, oh, okay, well, we're fine now. I think I might be screwed here because my howitzers, I don't even think can hit the SAR tank from here. So that's, you know, pretty bad for me. I'm just gonna roll uninterrupted into my toy box. And try saying toy box 50 times fast. Toy box, toy box, toy box, toy box. Wow, it was easier than I expected. Although the sniping is harder than I expected, apparently. Nah, it's still pretty easy. Come on. You've got 1 unit destroyed, 2 units destroyed. How's the SAR tank doing? You know, it's actually more damage than it was in my last run. I think buying those howitzers was a smart decision. But in order to win, I might actually have to sell those howitzers. How did I miss that? And then, like, replace them with anti-infantry guns or something. Oh, shoot the barrel. That's going to get some kills. One, come on. Just, no matter where I hit him, he'll die, which is nice. Wow, the tank is close up. I'm not even sure what to do from here. Like, can I aim the howitzer at this thing? I guess I can, and I'll continue to do so. It takes forever to reload it. It does a sizable amount of damage. You really gotta stop these things. Come on, fire it. Now I can't hit it. So you know what we should do? We're screwed. If I go quickly, maybe I can sell this. Replace it with a... oh no, not chemical. Try again. Replace it with a mortar shell. Upgrade it quickly, and then potentially get some good shots in on it, because it's fairly close to death. Please finish. Please finish. Please finish. I just need like a couple more shots. Yeah, I know I need to protect my toy box. Okay, how am I going to aim this? Oh, I can't reach it. I can really bombard the spot, though. I think we are going to lose again, unless I can have like an insanely good sniper tower run here. No, that is my toy box being destroyed, and I lose again because I suck at toy soldiers. But anyway, this has been toy soldiers. There are other modes here. Let's exit out. You can see we get stats like highest flying soldier, etc., etc. Most kills with a sniper bullet, whatever. We're gonna exit out here. And just take a look at the other modes here. I really like the song they've got at the start of this. I'm not sure if this is original for the game or is actually like taken from the era of World War I, but anyway. There's other modes, Kaiser's Battle, Invasion. I honestly don't know what these are. There's a multiplayer mode as well. I thought I had read that there was a multiplayer mode. That must be maybe one of these. You know what? Don't quote me on that then. Take a look at the Kaiser's Battle. Maybe that just puts you on the German side. Well, we'll take a look at it anyway. I probably won't play much. Yeah, it looks like you do play as the Germans in this. Maybe not. But maybe. Hey, Pimpizzle. Yeah, I think we... It's hard to tell. I'm looking at the hats of the units up here at the top. I don't know, man. Paris has become a realistic objective. What's going on here? Zoom out. Hotchkiss gun. Not familiar enough to know. What the heck is going on here? Let's look at these troops, man. These look like German troops, based on the hats, I would say. But in any case, looks like more of the same from Toy Soldiers. We'll exit here. So Toy Soldiers is now available on Xbox Live Arcade, as it has been since like March of 2010, and also available on Steam for $10. Overall verdict, I mean, it's still a little bit too early to say I only have about an hour in this game total, but, you know, in my opinion, like 15 minutes into a tower defense game, you can tell, like, is this your daddy's tower defense, or is this a brand new style of tower defense? This is very much old-style tower defense with a cool aesthetic, as well as the ability to control the, you know, trajectories and aiming of your own towers, which is kind of neat. I really dig the aesthetic, but overall, You know, it's not that $10 is necessarily too much to pay for this game, it's just that I don't really want to play any more tower defense. And that's kind of my final word on the subject, is that, you know, it's cool enough, it's competent, but this genre as a whole, I think I'm basically done with until something much cooler comes along. But anyway, Toy Soldier is absolutely competent if you are a die-hard World War I fanatic, or slash tower defense genre die-hard, like XX Mr. Sins of War down here. You might find yourself actually really enjoying this. It's certainly not a bad game, and definitely, you know, a good tower defense entry if you don't have genre fatigue like I do. But anyway, I'm rambling. I digress. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.